Speaking of a lot of content coming at us, Marvel Studios is developing 30 plus projects currently for release. This came directly from Victoria Alonso. She got promoted, so she was asked, "Hey, what are you guys developing? Like what, 35 projects?" She's like, "Actually, 31." Um, I saw some people that are like, "This is like make believe. They can't possibly be doing that." Guys, next year alone, we're getting like 12 projects. What are you talking
I was going to
about?
say we know like 23 of them.
Like, guys, look, they are literally aiming to drop, and they've said so as much with animation and this expansion, like 12 to 15 projects a year. I mean, this is it. This is the new normal. In a couple years, we're just going to be like Marvel content double dropping with Star Wars content. It's going to be ridiculous. I mean, we're actually going to hit that like this year with Boba Fett and Hawkeye, and it's just going to be nonstop. So it's kind of a reality now. So with her saying this, pie in the sky, what do you hope is some of that unannounced content? Like, what do you really
I mean,
want?
if Nova's not one of them, then Nova's never happening.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. If you can't fit Nova into 31 different projects you're developing, then you ain't going to get him in there at all. It's as simple as that.
Could
I
you
refuse to be
imagine? It's like, we're having trouble figuring out how Nova fits into the universe. It's like, bro, you guys literally set up the entire Nova thing in the first Guardians film.
And you then wiped it out.
And then you wiped it out, yeah?
Just reset everything.
Oh.
It writes itself. Like, oh, cool, we wiped it out. Stuff's in disarray. We need a police force. Cool. Nova
has to be the most...
It's the easiest thing to do in the world.
And it's also the one character they've handled most like WB handles everything. Where they're like, we have the perfect setup for it, except we're not going to do it. It's like, how is this taking so long?
It's just a time. It's a way of figuring out the right place and time. It's like, no, you've had the right place and time for 10 years now for Nova. Like, just do Nova for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it's one of those. At some point, they're going to be like, actually, we had multiple plans to drop them here, but we just couldn't commit to it fast enough. Then by the time we committed to it, it was like, oh boy, the pandemic hit, and then we were delayed.
They literally, they could have just put him in Infinity War.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah,
you don't need to like explain who he is. It's like, oh yeah, I'm here because of Xandar. Like, cool, done.
And I mean, you didn't even like need to cast an actor technically. Remember, they were going to do that with Captain Marvel and Age of Ultron before they were like, oh, that movie's going to be delayed more, so let's not do it here. It's like they were just going to put in.
It's true. Yeah.
Like they literally could have done that with Nova, like you said. It's like, oh, and then nothing. Just nothing came of it.
You know, like if Civil War could introduce 2 characters, and Infinity War could have had 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Easily. I'd loved one of these to be the Sentry.
Yeah.
If we're going to be doing like more genre movies, like do the Sentry.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, if you take the new Matrix movie and tweak it slightly, you have a fantastic Sentry movie.
Actually, yeah. It's Sentry would be an interesting one because it's one of those characters that I think people would suddenly look at and go, you know what? Yeah, I can get behind this. This is kind of different, kind of familiar. It's like it's that boundary that you run between the two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What else is there? Are you obviously gonna have No. If we get Kazar before Nova, I'm gonna scream. And all 12 like Dick Rider fans have permission to riot.
That's good. There's 12 of you Nova fans, and there's 3 of us Kazar fans, and I'm pretty sure I make up 2 of them with my puppet account that I lost. So there's technically just another person out there.
And yeah, that one person's Feige.
Me and Feige are just chatting back and forth. Man, how short do you think his loincloth should be? Can it be shorter? Oh, I don't know.
I've read all 6 issues of Kazar.
I actually have. I own, I think, everything Kazar, and there's not a whole lot, to be real with you. There's like the Essentials collection, and that's it.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
I'd like more Scarlet Witch stuff. Give me WandaVision season 2. But I've got no doubt that's happening anyway.
Let's be hold on. Give everybody time to breathe. They're shocked at your answer. That's like,
I know.
hey, me, would you like more Captain America content? Whoa, you never thought of that one.
I mean, I thought I'd take advantage of you saying it after Kaiser.
The obvious choice.
I thought I'd cut the oxygen after everyone.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm. Inhumans, but yeah. Like a proper black bolt Medusa.
If we get Inhumans, please, for the love of God, just call them Marvel's Royals. Please. Just do not call them Inhumans. That will automatically bring up bad connotations and awareness.
Yeah.
We need something else. Like, oh.
I mean, the Royals works.
Mm-hmm. It kind of gives them also prestige as well. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, Royals, and you can really go cool with the font and the writing. And
would Americans like something called Royals?
Well, see, that's the thing. Americans only think of Royal as Crown Royale, like the alcoholic beverage. So, like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I thought you just kind of like had the red mist descend and attack the moon, thinking they're actually up there.
We're gonna do that soon, anyway. As
it's fair, yeah.
Yeah,
it's very fair. I'd want more obscure characters. The mutants are gonna be like half of these projects anyway, so.
I expect when they announce X-Men or mutants, it's just gonna be a slate of like 8 projects happening at the same time. They're like, oh, you thought we were gonna do one at a time, huh? It's like, no.
They're never gonna do it. Especially after Guardians 2, that post-credit scene, they're never going to do it. I'd love Guardians 3000 Disney Plus series. Like the original lineup.
Yeah.
Not the one that Gunn put on screen. The one that Gunn did was I appreciated all those. But like, I can't. What was his name? It's like Charlie something.
You want him in like Major and all those characters?
Like, yeah. Vance Astro, all that. Like, I want the originals. With like the time travel and like they're the reason why the Guardians have the name Guardians, like retcon that in there and do all that stuff. That's what make it like really batshit weird as well.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, a part of me saying it's never gonna happen, but seeing how much play the character is getting in everything besides a movie. I'm fully expecting Ghost Rider is Ghost Rider's being announced.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I really find it interesting that all the play Ghost Rider is getting everywhere is always Robbie Reyes. Like,
yeah, they seem to like dumped the 2 white clones.
Yeah, which
it's like now we have one personality over here. It's not just what are you? I'm him.
Well, I think the thing is because Johnny Blaze currently is like the king of hell, so
yeah,
he's off the table. I don't know about the other.
But he's still the default. He's still the default Ghost Rider, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would love it if honestly, bring in the damn Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ghost Rider, have him show up in the car. Look, the multiverse is a thing. You don't even have to explain anything because they tiptoe around majority of his origin. You can retell it and just get going.
He's just eating his burger and then the spell goes off. He's in MC. There you go.
I mean, why not? It works.
He's just riding his car. Yeah, just how I'm riding his car, eating his burger. The wave hits. He flames on in the car, and he just shows up. He's like, oh, I guess now.
The street sign's just slightly different.
He's gonna look over at the billboard. He sees Moon Knight. He goes, I guess I'm somewhat of a Midnight Suns myself.
He starts aggressively licking the billboard.
I want Gabriel just... I can picture the actor there just gets out of the car, starts licking the billboard.
I'd really like Silk as well, though I know we're getting that on Amazon. And I forget it every time. I just forget, and then I say Silk, and I remind myself.
I wonder what happens with Silk now because of everything. That's such an... It's such a Sony problem to have.
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh.
I don't even think they know what they're doing.
No.
Amazon Bezos is like, yeah, cool, we'll do a Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, sure.
Spider-Man.
Girl Spider, I'll take it. Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, sorry, the budget for that went on Lord of the Rings.
Oh, dude, that budget is nuts.
It's huge.
I don't get it, but all right.
I don't care, but all I know is I want the show.
Yup.
I don't want Spider-Gwen chat.
That's that optional spin-off animated. Remember the all-female animated Spider-Verse that was supposed to happen?
Yeah.
It's true. What else? There's too much. It's again. I said this before. Right, their problem where they're literally just gonna say anything.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh yeah, cool, we're doing this." It's like, well, I've never heard of that before. Apart from Power Pack. Power Pack's apparently dead. It's unfortunate.
Give us.
Oh, I know. Give me another Cloak and Dagger, like properly.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd be okay if they just brought back the actors because I thought they were great. Just give us those characters.
I loved the show.
Yeah, the show was great.
I've got no qualms with them recasting that because I know full well they would never bring those two back. Yeah, just like put them in like Spider-Man 4 or something.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, I really want the Runaways back, but it's, I know Feige's always been a fan of that property, but it is what it is there. At least bring back some of those characters and put them into projects. I'd be down for that. Like, because I thought, honestly, they cast pretty much, like, the cast was incredible. Like, they straight up ripped them from the comics and put them in there. So I would love it if at least they rescued Nico and a staff of one and tossed her in there because she's one of my absolute favorites. Like, out of the obscure Marvel characters I love, she's in, like, the top echelon, so.
I want a 6-episode series of Eldrac.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus.
It's just a talking door.
And not even a talking door. He's just literally the door.
I just want him chewing the entire time, literally chewing the scenery.
I just want an animated prequel series to Blade, so I can get more Blade. And looking back at currently in the comics, apparently they are still going with the idea that Blade's a monster hunter, not just a vampire hunter.
Good.
So it makes sense.
I mean, I was gonna say I want Werewolf by Night, but that's gonna happen anyway, so I'm hyped.
So apparently you're getting 2 of those.
Oh, I'm gonna be eating good.
And before Nova, what is going on? Jack Russell. That's in keen. Jack Russell.
Yeah, Nova is what you call a hard sell.
I mean, with how much play the Darkhold is getting in the MCU, anything like Jack Russell, the werewolf, it's gonna happen. Like, it's because they're all origins from the Darkhold.
The Darkhold book that's actually come out now has got Black Bolt in it.
Yeah, they chose like 5 characters to be the knights to put to knock back, well, basically the Cthulhu character of the MCU.
Yeah, it's just like of all people, Black Bolt.
Yeah, for some reason there's a Black Bolt, Wasp, Spider-Man, Blade, and Iron Man.
It's such a random lineup. I mean, hey, if it gets me humans back, I'm down for it.
Exactly. So
I ain't holding my breath.
Well, I guess we've talked about this for a good almost 15 minutes for what we're hoping for. Luckily, we're going to find out a bunch of it on the Disney Plus Day in early November. And then
it's true.
The next investors call will probably be a bigger blowout of film announcements, which that's also, a thing they're planning. And then there's also D23 next summer. So there's literally like every couple months a constant drip feed of new announcements, which I really do like that this is what they're doing now.
Yeah, it's nice to actually have consistency